Yo, welcome back to a brand new episode of the Miami Geeks Weekly Updates, brought to you by digitalcracknetwork.com. I'm your host, Punisher305, and with me as always, the old school gaming specialist, Uncle Willy.
I know I said last week that I was going to be nice and, cool, and I wasn't going to lose my cool, but you know what? I got Fireball in my cup, and there's some spicy news out there I'm just dying to tear into.
Woo! I can't wait! Because this segment is brought to you by D2D. Use promo code MIAGeeks10 to save 10% on your next purchase order. That's MIAGEEKS 10. For all this, just pretty much go down below to the description, copy the promo code, click on the link, paste it, boom, 10% saved right there, guys. Underneath on that description, you're going to see timestamps, which includes all of the stories we're going to be talking about with a certain time you want to click on to check out everything. If you want to watch the full story, that's even much better for us. But in case you just want to focus on a certain story, we have the timestamps there for you. Also, before we get started, I want to make an announcement. Happy birthday, Lou!
Happy birthday, Mr. Lou.
Yeah. And for you guys who don't know, Lou, he is the head of Digital Crack Network. And today's his birthday. And we want to wish him a very merry happy birthday to that man. We love it. We love so dear, near to our hearts. And also in this announcement, Team Antic on Instagram is announcing that they're going to have a Fortnite tournament, 2v2 tournament. And to enter is completely free. Guys, if you want to enter, go down to the description down below, enter, and let's rock. They have, I think it's $100 giveaway for whoever wins. I think if I saw it correctly. But you can't win. You enter for free and get money if you win. Go for it. And it's also sponsored by D2D. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification button to know when we come up with this awesome news, which is 3 times a week, 2 video games, 1 movie podcast. And now, let's get started. Willie, you were going to say something?
I was going to say nothing. I'm just chomping at the bit.
Oh, chomp it. So, Spider-Man is going to join the Marvel Avengers roster in early 2021 for only PlayStation. So every other system that expect that they're going to get Spider-Man in there, not going to happen. The Marvel Avengers will add Spider-Man as a post-launch hero in the early 2021 for only PlayStation users. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man will join the roster as one of the promised post-launch heroes, joining Hawkeye, who was announced during the last Marvel's Avengers War Room. And also that this Spider-Man is going to be by Crystal Dynamics, which is nothing related to the Insomniac Spider-Man. So we're going to be looking at a different Spider-Man in this game. What are your thoughts, Willie?
Oh, this one started quite a shitstorm.
The Spider-Man game?
This one started quite a shitstorm. Let's see. It did start up a rather spirited discussion amongst us in our own little channel.
Okay.
Agent Joe and I, nothing unusual. We see this from 2 different perspectives. He sees it as just the cost of doing business because he wants to see the platforms fight for our dollars.
Of course.
And seeing little exclusives like this, he doesn't see it as any different than say Sony exclusive or Microsoft exclusive titles.
Yeah.
I think it's horse shit, and I think it's anti-consumer. The reason why. Just because, and I guess I got to get into some of the details of how these things work. Developers and publishers are always looking for like extra money for development or marketing, and so they'll go and throw some feelers out to see if there's anyone out there that will subsidize parts of the development or the marketing. Excuse me. In the case of Sony, they do like throwing money around like that. They like, getting extra exclusive bennies by putting some money in. You saw it when it came to Mortal Kombat on the PS3. They had an exclusive of, the ability to put Kratos in the game.
Yeah, I remember.
With Capcom, they've had quite a few deals with Capcom. Street Fighter Cross Tekken, Pac-Man, and Mega Man, Fat Mega Man, were exclusives on the console as well. And Street Fighter V was completely exclusive to the PlayStation 4 as a console exclusive. You could still get it on PC, but Sony put enough money in that they got the rights to have it exclusive to their console only. Yes, and Microsoft's done it too. Timed exclusives for Tomb Raider, and you see things like that all the time. I contend that it's anti-consumer because it's basically fracturing the user base. If I'm going to buy a game, I'd like to have the choice of what platform I want to buy it for. Lately, it's usually a Sony console because that's the way it is, but I like to have the choice. I don't like my choice to be dictated for me by, oh, well, if you pick it for this console, then you're not going to be able to play with this character, or you're not going to be able to get this extra. I think that's crap. Now, is it going to stop? No, it's not going to stop. Stuff like this happens all the time. And it's not just Sony and Microsoft that do this bullshit. Well, it's like, whatever. I don't like it, and I wish it would go away.
Okay. Well, here's something that you're not going to like then. Take-Two CEO says $70 PS5 and Xbox Series X prices are justified.
Justified by what?
An extraordinary quality.
Okay. I was waiting for this one, but I'll let you just get the preliminaries out of the way. Tell him about the story, and I'll tell him about how he's completely fucking wrong.
No problem. I'm going to make it very brief. Take-Two Interactive was the first publisher to break the next-gen price seal with the announcement of NBA 2K21, with the cost of $70 for the next-gen console, which is $10 more than the standard price for the older gens. But just ahead the earnings call, the CEO pretty much felt the need to explain why he hiked those prices up. And he said, in quote, "There hasn't been a price increase for frontline titles for a really long time, despite the fact that it costs a great deal more to make those titles." Zelnick. That's the CEO, just in case.
Charles Zelnick, yes.
Now, Willie, please, go. Tell me okay. Please.
Yes. Whenever price hikes or microtransactions or any kind of money grabs are justified by publishers, the first thing they jump out and say is, well, the cost of developing these games is really high. Okay, I'm not going to say that publishing, that actually developing these games is not very costly. But beginning with the 7th generation of games, yes, the price to develop has gone up exponentially. Now, in the case of NBA 2K21, this game had to pay for the NBA license, okay, fine. But it's filled with sponsorship deals. You see the game plastered with ads for Gatorade, for Nike, for all manner of different companies that paid in to have their advertisements put in the game. Mm-hmm. The game is being subsidized to hell and back. This is a serialized game, an annualized game that rarely changes very many features from one year to another.
Well, I mean, you got to remember, they do change something. Is when one lace goes over the other.
Oh, what?
That's it.
Wait, okay, yeah. All right. Well, Anthony Davis was ranked 92 last year, but we got to move him up to 95 this year. Those three digits, that costs a lot of money, right?
It's a huge change.
Okay. It's a huge change. And now they're going and saying, well, the jump to next gen is a higher level of fidelity that, it costs a lot of money. Bullshit. Okay? Mm-hmm. These people, if they can't make games, which is the only thing that they exist to do, by the way, if they can't make games and be profitable making those games, maybe they shouldn't fucking make these games anymore.
I agree.
All right? If you have to throw $1 billion at the NBA to get the rights to make these games with those likenesses in there, not just the NBA, but the Players Association as well. Because just because you have the rights to the Lakers doesn't mean you can put LeBron in the game.
Absolutely, I
You
agree.
have to pay the Players Association so LeBron can be paid. Okay, if you're negotiating these amounts, and these amounts are exorbitant, and they're exorbitant because 2K Games decided to just throw money at the NBA. If they did that, not expecting to be able to make their money back, then they're horrible businessmen and they should stop making fucking video games.
I agree. I
They
totally
are
agree on
making
that.
their money and they are more than covering their costs. They're justifying the $10 price increase by saying that, oh, it's more complicated to make these really cushy graphics. No, it's not. The
It's
graphic
not.
engine does all the work.
Yeah,
You just gotta sit there and play with the graphic engine, but the graphic engine makes it look all pretty and shit.
you're right.
You want to make $10 more on these games. This is a man who famously said years ago that you can't give things away to customers in perpetuity. This Strauss Zelnick is a man who said that he doesn't like giving things away to customers. That okay, if anything, we're under monetizing them.
And
His
that's why
his
he's a
frame of
piece of
mind,
shit.
his frame of mind is simple. Drag as much money as you can. Use any justification possible to try to get as much money out of these people as you possibly can.
Yeah, liquidate
It's
him pretty much.
business. It's business. And in business, what do? You try to make money.
Hmm.
When you try to make money from customers by giving them a good product and something that that they want to get, all right, go for it. You try to make your money by nickel and diming your customers, you're full of shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And right now, Strauss Zelnick is so full of shit that toilets are looking at him and saying, "Bruh, jump in."
Wow. And just to make sure that we got this covered, was that the rant?
Mm. This rant was brought to you by Fireball.
Yes.
They're not paying me, but I'm drinking it, and
Damn
I'm
right.
tipsy.
Enjoy.
Fuckers.
Also in news, the new PlayStation State of Play is coming this Thursday. It's going to mainly focus on PS4 and PSVR games mainly. Yeah, they're going to talk about certain things for PS5, like certain games, but don't expect them to drop a price or anything in there. I mean, don't expect it. If they do, shocker. But they're pretty much already calling it out right here. They even have a tweet pretty much saying that don't expect any PS5 news. They're mainly going to be talking about games and certain things only in there. So again, don't expect a PS5 price to show up out of nowhere, but if they do, shocker.
No big deal. I mean, hey, I'm not gonna be jumping to get a PS5. So PS4 news, yeah, give me. I have PSVR now. Give me. I want to hear the news.
Yeah, indeed he does. And also, for talking about PS5, this one's gonna hurt you. You're gonna probably send it and go fuck. The Dualshocks for the PS4 pads will not work for the PS5 games. PlayStation confirms, actually. PlayStation has confirmed that the PS4 accessories will still work for the PS5 when it launches. So certain things like the headsets, maybe the controller, not the controller, like the remote control one, and some other devices might work. But they already said the DualShock 4, the aka PS4 controller, it will not work on the PS5. They say pretty much to take advantage of the new capabilities and features we will bring to the platform, including features of the DualSense wireless controller. So technically, they want to make perfect use for that new PS5 controller that the PS4 cannot handle. I guess if that makes perfect sense.
The PS5 does have features like haptic feedback and things that the PS4 controller doesn't have. That does not surprise me. That's not shocking. It's not, and it's really not. I mean, when you think about it, yeah, a new generation brings its own controller that has its own features.
Mm-hmm.
I see why they would do that. Now, they did say that the PS4 DualShock will work with backward compatible games.
That is true. I forgot to mention that part, which is absolutely correct. And it's going to work for the PS4 older games, like you just mentioned.
Yeah. So games backward compatibility on the PS5 will allow you to use the DualShock 4. So, like I said, that doesn't bother me. That it's one of the necessary evils when moving to a new generation.
Yeah, which is technically there, which is fine, because that means you can still have the PS4 controllers there just older games that you want to play on there. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
But then you can have the PS5 to do everything else, which is okay with me. I think it's kind of like a 50-50 thing. That's why I see it.
One thing I would suggest to Sony, if they're listening, because their executives have nothing better to do than to listen to my fat ass.
Well, they are listening to us.
The PS3 controllers might be able to work too.
Really?
And you can use them for PS3, PS2, and PS1 games if you were so inclined.
Huh. You see, we got to keep that in mind right there, because they still have not announced. They still have not announced if backwards compatibility still works for 3, 2, and 1. They have not even mentioned those yet. And when they do, everything's gonna fucking.
I still say there's not gonna be any backward compatibility for those. I still say that kind of undercuts PlayStation now, and they want you to buy them again, if anything. But I've been wrong before. I could be wrong again.
I mean, it can happen.
And it's not like I have any ulterior motive to want to play PS3 games on the PS5. There's no reason why I would want to have one console that plays all my games from five different generations. No, that's nothing. Just a suggestion.
That's pish posh. But you know what? I do have not a bone to pick, but I do have a concern, and it's with Xbox. Microsoft is dropping Xbox from Xbox Game Pass. So it's technically going to be called Game Pass without the Xbox in front. It's just going to have the logo of the Xbox, and that's it. Why?
I don't know.
I find it so useless. Like, why you're changing something that didn't really need to be fixed or fucked with? Let's be honest.
I don't know. I still hold on to the idea that Xbox is going to be a platform more than it is a console. But I don't know. Maybe this branding is part of it.
It could probably
maybe they want Xbox. Maybe they want Xbox to be their platform, but Game Pass to be a service that's platform agnostic.
I don't know.
Meaning that, I got Game Pass on Switch. Maybe it'll make it more palatable for Nintendo to say, okay, yeah, sure, put it on there. I'm still holding on. I'm still holding on to that one.
It could be. It actually makes more sense when you say like that. But actually, no. It makes perfect sense, because it looks to me, and we've been talking about this, that Xbox will look and is looking more like a platform than a console gaming already.
I think so. I mean, I've been saying it for weeks now. Mm-hmm. Well, I've been saying it for longer than that, but I was thinking that they were just going to go and go the Steam Box route when Steam Boxes were a thing. Now I'm looking at it and I'm saying, yeah, this is just a platform thing. They might want to go and just turn Xbox into a platform. Doesn't matter what device you're on, you can play our games.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense in that part. I mean, they're freaking working with Nintendo now, so there's a possibility.
They're working with Sony. Remember that?
Oh yeah,
remember that Microsoft and Sony signed an agreement last year to work together. Now, I went into that particular rant the last podcast, so not too much point in doing it again now. That's just my thought.
Understandable. So, two news. I know that Willy's not gonna be very, grateful for is a Call of Duty news.
I'm not grateful. I just don't play it. Don't make it sound like I'm some ungrateful bastard. I just don't play the game.
I'd love to have you on that game, man, just so we can freaking play around.
What for? You want to pad your kill count?
No, it's not like I'm gonna go murder you. You're gonna be in our same team.
You and Joe are gonna take turns on me. I swear to God.
No, we're not. I might take a turn on Joe, like I did on Rainbow Six Siege, but I will never do that.
Yes, you would.
No, I won't.
You would totally cap my ass right in front of Joe's salad.
Maybe. I'm not gonna argue on that part.
100% guaranteed. You're gonna do it just because you can. And then when Joe gloats about shooting me, you're gonna shoot him in the face.
Well, that'll be a 2-for-1 then.
In this case, it's not Call of Duty. It's Call of Carcass.
Yes.
And the carcass is mine. Go ahead with your news.
So, Call of Duty Modern Warfare Season 5 patch has already went live. and it's another big update. So the Call of Duty Modern Warfare Season 5 patch has gone through, and it's bigger than ever. But unfortunately, another huge strain on your hard drive. But they mentioned that besides being a hefty patch for PC, PS4, and Xbox One, they confirmed that being that it's 36 gigs big for the PS4, it's going to require 90 gigs of free storage. If I'm not mistaken, they also said that this might be the last time they'll do a big patch, I guess, and they're just going to try to shrink everything down. So let's see what they're going to, shoot out to us. And hopefully, I pray to God, because if they keep up bringing these big fucking patches, I'm going to have to consult to my PlayStation 4 as my Call of Duty box, because that's what it's going to be.
I think that Activision is going to start a trend of entire hard drives just for one game.
It looks like it. It's going to be like
seriously, I can see a Call of Duty branded external hard drive for your PS5, and you plug it in whenever you want to play PS5, and then when you're done with that one, you can unplug that one and then go and put your Resident Evil one, and then you're going to have your Final Fantasy one, and of course, the bronies, they're going to have their My Little Pony one.
No. It's going to be like an external dock. Like when we're trying to do the external hard drive docks, it's going to be just like that on the PS4.
That's fine.
You just dock it, play your game, undock, and that's it. And then your PlayStation's back to normal.
Matter of fact, not that I have to give these bastards any more ideas for making money, but how about doing this? A special dock, like you say, and when you plug the hard drive in, the entire console, the dashboard gets themed for that game. There, plug it in, everything is fucking Call of Duty. Plug it in, everything is fucking Street Fighter. Plug it in, everything is fucking Hatoful Boyfriend, so you can be made fun of.
We're gonna have a fucking wall of hard drives. What hard drives? There you go. It's gonna be a wall of hard drives. No more game system.
Yeah,
it's just hard drives.
You know what? Make a display like you do for Funko Pops, just for the hard drives. Yeah, no. Listen, runaway consumerism. Let's go. We need shit to buy.
Damn right. Call of Duty Modern Warfare Season 5 has a new trailer showing off a big change to the Warzone map, as well as new apps coming to standard multiplayer. The video starts with an extremely literal opening of Vernick Stadium, thanks to the efforts of the new Shadow Company operator Rosalind Roz Helms, with a well-placed explosive charge, and then everything else is in this trailer. Now, I know Willie, I know you're not too thrilled about it, but knowing that now they can open the stadium is fucking mind-blowing. I've been dying to see that damn stadium open. And not only that's opening up, but now you get to ride the train with a bunch of other weapon loots and stuff that are coming out there. Again, you get to play Shadow Company with fucking Tony that's in the damn game. And it's just going to be total fucking chaos. I am so ready for this. I need this now. Actually, I'm waiting for my PlayStation to take a breather so I can download this because I want to play it. And
listen, you say stadium, and the first thing, one of two things comes to my mind.
What?
Either the stadium opens up and you see in big letters "King of Fighters," or I look at the middle of the stadium and I see Charizard fighting Pikachu. Those are the only stadiums that I care about.
Can it be both?
You want to see Terry, Andy, and Joe fighting Charizard, Pikachu, and Squirtle?
Is it too much to ask?
No, it's actually pretty good. I'm mad that I didn't think of it first.
Ha!
That'd be funny. Watching
awesome.
Joe Higashi get burnt up by Charizard, and Terry Bogard comes up. Are you okay?
Apex Legends Season 6 trailer. Apex Legends Season 6 trailer continues with a crane and a rocket thruster. As we count down to the remaining days of Apex Legends 5th season, players have spotted a mysterious crane that popped up at the World's Edge map. The huge crane, which you can find on the southern side of the sorting factory was originally up in the air, but now it wears have been placed into the ground, showcasing a content coupled with the mystifying future work site signs that popped up in a short while ago. It certainly puzzled players looking at the clues and whatnot, and it just looks weird. I mean, I saw it and I'm just like, look, again, I'm not an Apex player. The guys don't kill me, but it just kept me wondering, because I was like, okay, they have a new area, but it's like, yeah, like, I guess it's the tease. That's like their own version of the tease, that they put like a work in progress sign at the location. I don't know. And I guess they're going to open it up soon, but I'm not sure. Like, Willie, I know you're not too much an Apex player or Call of Duty, but like, if you were to know a certain game of yours that you love and enjoy a lot had like a construction zone area for a certain part of the map that you like or want to enter, how would that make you feel?
Like, okay, I may not be into these games, but I appreciate the little mini games within the games of finding things and trying to find clues to new things. These free to play games, like Apex Legends and Fortnite and all them, they always have little interesting things going about. That's one thing I'll say in favor of these games, is that they gotta come up with a lot of shit to keep people interested. All these seasons have to bring new things to get people engaged. I hate using that word, but it's the word that applies here. They get engaged. For example, a few nights ago, I noticed that my two nephews were playing Fortnite, and one was trying to unlock an Aquaman skin. I'm like, what the hell? What's going to happen next? Are they going to bring Atlantis into the game? Well, Atlantis is in the game, sort of. Like, all of a sudden, they have their own version of Atlantis. So the it's just right in the middle of the freaking map, and okay, that's pretty interesting. Remember when they did that? Where people could play as Thanos?
Yeah.
And when they put John Wick's house at the extreme end of one of the maps,
that was awesome.
I mean, little things like that. It's like, oh, that's cool. And teasing little bits like that in game, that intrigues people and keeps them coming back. It's pretty cool.
Now that you say it like that, it does make perfect sense, and I actually think that's pretty dope. Now that you mention it, like the way you mention it, like if they were to do that to, like, let's say for any game that we play now, and they do like a little, hey, this is a work in progress and stuff like that, I think that'd be awesome.
Like, don't get me wrong, I still think the game is ass. Like, I don't play it, and I get upset whenever one of my nephews goes and gets his money and tells me, can you get me V-Bucks with this money? Like, really, you're gonna spend your money on this? Oh shit! I mean, whatever, it's your money. But yeah, it's at least they're not just throwing you into the same map over and over again like they do with fucking Team Fortress 2.
Yeah.
The game hasn't changed in 715 years. At least they're making it more dynamic.
Yeah. I agree, man. And you know what? I think that's a great idea. Guys.
And I think we need to stop because I need to get more Fireball.
Well, yeah, we're going to have to stop here because we don't want to hear this now. But guys, I just want to say thank you very much for joining us today on this wonderful podcast. And please, again, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button. Just to know when we come up with this awesome news, which is, again, 3 times a week. Well, we record Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. But most of the time, the podcast is pushed out to Tuesday, Thursdays, and Fridays. And Saturdays.
Saturdays.
Yeah. So, again, keep an eye on it, just so you know. And also, again, this segment was brought to you by D2D. Make sure you use promo code MIAGeeks10 to save 10% on your next purchase order. That's MIAGEEKS 10. Again, everything is in the description down below. All you got to do is copy the promo code, click on the link, put it on your shopping cart, boom, 10% saved. And again, I'm just saying it one more time. Again, happy birthday, Big Lou and Team Antics. thank you so much for what you're doing with Fortnite, the 2v2. That's a free entry to log in and stuff like that. They have prizes, cash prizes, and for anybody that ends up in 4th and 5th and everybody ends up in 4th and 5th, you guys are going to end up getting a free shaker from D2D with a couple of the drinks in the swag bag. All right, guys, thank you very much, and we'll see you again next time. Peace.
Bye.